Hello everyone, this is your Krishna from Womentoday YouTube channel. So in this channel, we have been interviewing many women entrepreneurs and also working women by traveling to different cities in India, doing offline interviews. And also we are doing online interviews across different cities in India and also across different international countries. So today's our guest is from Delhi. Her name is Medha Sarin Chopra. She is a spiritual coach. So I welcome you, Medha Sarin Chopra ma'am, to this Women Today YouTube channel. She has actually done a lot of achievements. Actually, she is an Jnanpith award holder. She is also holding a lot of record holders. Like she has a lot of achievements that I should see and read. So that's how lot it is actually. So good afternoon, ma'am. Please introduce about yourself to the audience who are watching this interview right now, ma'am.
First of all, thank you so much for inviting me. So I'm Medha Sarin and I'm author of many books. Like one is Out of Clutter, Find Simplicity, that is on spirituality. Second is Connecting Dots, and third is Law of Society, and fourth is Expecting Secrets. So I'm a national award holder as well for my writing and everything. So I'm running an anti-depression squad team, and I have trained more than 1,000 people. And by profession, actually, I'm a lawyer, and this all is my passion. So law took a backseat because of all this.
So tell me, ma'am, what point of your time in your life did you made up in your mind like, okay, I need to be a mental health coach and I need to be a spiritual coach. So what actually motivated you to be in this kind of professional journey, ma'am?
Right. So honestly, I was reading out of nowhere. I was reading a spiritual book that is like Law of a Spirit World, that is totally on spirituality. So after reading that, I realized that there is spirituality is something new. I need to know more about spirituality. This is something that people can heal from very easily. I have done many courses and many licensed courses and many researches. I read many books. I have done a lot for spirituality to know about spirituality basically. So there was a lot of content in my mind, like because I have changed completely through spirituality. So there was a lot of content in my mind. So I wrote a book, Out of Clutter, Find Simplicity, that is whole about spirituality. So after writing that book, I wrote an email ID on that book, my email ID. So people approached me that I was in depression. I was having a suicidal thought after reading your book. I was like, now I'm fine. Now I'm running my life very easily, very smoothly. So that motivated me a lot that I'm doing something great out of nowhere. I'm doing something great. So I made that my passion. So I worked a lot on mental health afterwards.
Okay, ma'am. So actually, you're telling that you're a spiritual coach and also you're a mental health coach.
Right,
So mental health coach is
right.
related to science, and the spiritual coach is something which is related to spirituality kind of things and God. So how do you actually incorporate the spiritual kind of teachings into this kind of mental health coach, ma'am?
See, if we talk about science and spirituality, they both are different things, right? So basically, science is the hormones, right? Spirituality is if we are feeling good, if we are realizing that what we are facing and everything, so your hormones will automatically be positive, and they will move to your body positively, right? So basically, after spirituality, a person, an individual realize that what I'm lacking, what I'm feeling bad, if I'm feeling bad, why I'm feeling bad, and many more things. Then their hormones get closer to positivity and everything. So basically, they get to know that why we are facing. So basically, without any medicine, they get in a perfect state of mind with all this. So basically, that's how spirituality is connected to science. Basically, if I will, for example, I'll teach you spirituality. Your hormones will get positive in a positive way. So if your hormones will get in a positive way, so of course you will feel better. And if you will learn the some spiritual methods in future also, if your hormones are not good, you're not feeling good, you can think about the what I have taught you, right? So now your hormones will automatically be better. So this is how that spirituality is related to science.
That's actually a
So
wonderful.
it's all about hormones.
That's actually wonderful.
It's
Great.
all about hormones. The game of hormones is there.
Yeah, I
Thank
do
you.
accept because I was just wondering what kind of answer you're going to give because I was just asking you the questions. What's the connection between this kind of spiritual things and the kind of mental health coach? So most of the people will be like, okay, I'm a science professional. Why should I go and believe in kind of spiritual kind of things? I'm actually kind of person who do not believe in any kind of spiritual things. But you have given the right explanation that whatever science is behind this kind of spiritual things. Like most of the people will be asking this exactly the same question. Tell me what is the science between this kind of spiritual teachings? They'll be like, okay, I do not know any kind of thing. But the thing is that emotions, the hormones which is secreted in our
Yeah, right.
kind of body, it is released based upon the kind of emotions which we do actually have. So when we just go into this kind of spiritual journey, we'll be having some kind of good hormones which is secreted because of the kind of good kind of thoughts which we can have by just going into the spiritual path. And because of this kind of secretion of good hormones,
Right.
in turn, good hormones will actually create some kind of things which will actually give some kind of confidence in our brain, which will help us to grow in our life in a very healthy lifestyle. And yes, of course, once again, that's a very great answer from you. That's the very first question I had, and I should tell one single thing. You have actually great done a very marvelous, splendid job by just giving a very thorough explanation in a very simple manner, ma'am. So again, I wanted to ask you this. So
Thank you. Thanks so much.
you have been honored with fifth highest literacy accolade. Like what to say? It's a national Jnanpith award. So tell us your experience. How did you actually
Right.
get this award? And please tell us kind of the experience you had, the kind of work uh, you did to achieve this kind of national award, ma'am.
First of all, we get this award if we are doing something good in literacy, like in writings, if we are doing something good. So I am like since 4 5 years, I'm doing a lot for mental health, for spirituality, because I think this the hustle world. We need to be calm. So basically, if we will need to be calm, we need to learn spirituality and how we mental health will run and life coaching and everything. So I have written many articles, like around thousand of articles and 4 books that are shaping a human differently, human mind differently, basically. So on the basis of that, I got this award.
Okay, that's great, ma'am. Also, I wanted to know about the kind of books that you have published being an author, ma'am. So, please, can you please explain about the kind of books that you have actually published? Like, what can we expect by just reading your book? And before that, can you mention the name of the book that you have already published, ma'am?
So I have published 4 books. One is Out of Clutter, Find Simplicity. That was my first book. So it means like life is simple, we make it difficult. So that book tells you that how we make our lives difficult. Second is Connecting Dots. How we can connect dots from spirituality to deep work, from deep work to productivity, and from productivity to 100 laws everyone should know, that layman should know, that who is not lawyer. So third book is on law of society. Law of society is not for a lawyer, for a layman. That if we want to live in a society, what laws we should know. So third book was on that only. So fourth book was Expecting Secrets. That was for pregnant ladies. That what all you should know, what you are facing. If you are facing that, how will you come from the particular thing? So that was all.
Yeah, that's actually great, ma'am, because the first book you wrote was actually life is very simple. So no need to worry about kind of you are the only person who is actually bringing a lot of kind of clutters in this, and you're making complexity in this kind of simple life. And the third book I can remember which you told is
Right.
it's not mentioned only for the great law people. It's mainly for the people in the daily life. It's for normal people, and the kind of laws
Right.
will help them to go in a very that will help them to achieve a lot of success in their life. And the last book is about the kind of pregnancy. That's a very good book which you have written. Of course, I should appreciate because a lot of women go through a lot of things in this kind of modern days life, and when they get into this kind of pregnancy things, they're actually
Right.
getting into a kind of life where they should be very mindful so that they will be able to deliver that child in a very good way, and that's a great thing, ma'am. And again, I just wanted to know the second book which you did actually wrote. What is the uh, core behind it, ma'am? The second book which you have written.
Okay, so if you are learning spiritualities, with only spirituality, you can't like build your career, you can't like be productive, you can't like have a knowledge, right? You are just limited to spirituality thing. So we have to learn spirituality. With that, we have to learn productivity. With spirituality, you can't be productive. With only spirituality, you can't be productive, and with productivity, you can't do deep work. For example, I'm sitting here, I have to be productive for the whole day, but I'm not doing deep work. With the that I'm reading more articles, I'm listening to reels, I'm doing my time pass, but I want to be productive. So this is not this is mismatch thing, right? So we need three things very strictly, and fourth one is law. Anyone can make you fool that I can sue you, you'd have done this, I can sue you, you have done this. Any lawyer can fool layman, right? So basically the 100 laws, the basic laws everyone should know to run their life. So basically according to me, the connecting dots is a car, and it has a four wheels. One is spirituality, one is productivity, one is deep work, and one is 100 laws everyone should know. If you are like pro of these four, all four, then your life is smooth.
Next question which I wanted to ask you is, tell us, ma'am, you have actually trained a lot of individuals in the kind of mental health, and also you are a leader in anti-depression squad. So being a leader in anti-depression squad, so please tell us about how many people did you actually go on face to face as a single person, you had a conversation with them, and how did your coachings let them come out of the kind of depressions, come out of the kind of struggles in their life, because many people in this working modern world are going through a lot of anxiety because of the kind they have to finish their works before the deadline comes. And if they're not
Right.
going to finish their works, then they'll be held up by the kind of managers, by the higher level superiors. They'll be blaming them, they'll be just pressuring them, and because of the kind of pressure we receive, we'll be going into a lot of depression, because each and every day we should earn for our daily life, for to pay our bills and everything. So in order to people to come out of the kind of anxiety, to come out of the kind of depression they face in life, they should have a proper mental health coach. So tell me, Medha, Sarin, Chopra, ma'am, so being a mental health coach, as I told you, you must have trained a lot of individuals. So, what are the kind of steps we can expect from you, and what are the kind of training sessions can we expect from you when I come you and meet you as an individual, ma'am?
Okay, so I train in three levels. First is spirituality, second is problem and solution, and third is permanent solution. So spirituality is like before knowing you, what you want, what you're expecting from me, what you're expecting from this therapy. I'll teach you some points, some very important points in an hour, like about spirituality. So basically, if you are coming here, for example, you have an anger issue, so you want to come to for a therapy with me that ma'am, I have anger issue, so I need to resolve this, right? So with spirituality, many people, even your parents, maybe your spouse, or maybe anyone, many people must have told you that you have anger issue, you need to improve that and everything. You are aware of that particular thing that you have anger issue, but you will not accept it. Maybe you are accepting it, but you will not improve it because you think that this is what I am, right? So basically with that spirituality, you will get to know your problem, the reason behind your problem, before telling me. Well, I mean, before telling me, or before I am telling you that this is the reason of your problem, this aspect you can improve for your anger issue. Maybe anger, maybe depression, maybe lack of confidence, it can be anything. You and your surroundings, everyone is aware of your problem, everyone is telling you the solution, but you need to analyze that. Before analyzing that, you will not improve that particular thing. So basically with spirituality, I'll let you analyze that if you are anger issue, if you are lack of confidence, whatever your issue is. So how you will analyze that? So after analyzing that, you will like, okay, this was my problem, this was the reason behind my problem, okay, then I can do this. Basically this is the solution. You will make you will make dal of your own, right? So after that thing, second step will be the problem and solution. Then you will discuss with me, okay, in the spiritual session, I have analyzed this with your session, this is my problem, this is my solution, so I can solve like this. and then I'll guide you, because maybe that the same guidance you got from your parents, your friend, but if you haven't analyzed anything, so you will not improve the particular thing, right? So you analyze that, then we will discuss the problems and solution. So what is the problem, what is the solution, and everything. Then the third step will be permanent solution. Like for example, you stepped out from my cabin, you will forget 50% of the things what we have discussed, right? So the how that particular thing will be in the permanent manner. You have invested your money, you have invested your time, your emotions and everything. Money is secondary, right? But another things are primary. So how that thing should be permanent, that thing was like bothering you and everything, that's why you came here, right? So how that thing will be permanent, so I will teach you that. So that all everything, it will not be in the one therapy. I'll give you the follow-ups then. So the 20 minutes of follow, 15 minutes of follow-up, that yeah, Krishna, what you have done, have you done that exercise? So what problem you're facing now, in the future, everything. So I'll not leave you in the middle. That's why I got the national award. This is my trick basically. I'll not leave you in the middle, that after therapy, okay, go by now, you have learned or not, I don't care, I just got my money and I have done the therapy. I'm not like that. So I'll like follow, I take the follow-ups. I'll not leave until your anger issue, your lack of confidence, whatever it is, will be resolved by you permanently.
Yeah, that's a very great answer from you, ma'am. Because being a national award holder is not a simple thing. Now I'm very now I got a clear idea why you got this kind of national award. Because in the middle of the conversation, you were telling like, if a person is coming to me as an individual and I'm being a mental health coach, I'm going to guide them. The first thing, they'll be coming to me with having a lot of kind of anger, they'll be going through a lot of depressions, and they can't express this to their
Right.
parents, to the very near and dear ones, to their friends. So when they're coming to me, they'll be clogged, their mind is clogged with a lot of things in their life. The very first thing,
Right.
being a mental health coach, what you're doing is that you should remove the clog. So the procedure you are doing is, first you're making them to go into a spiritual journey. The spiritual journey which they go through
Right.
release hormones, which is very well needed to remove all the kind of clutters, the kind of clogs that they have in their mind. It will remove the kind of anger. Anger is the main cause for everything, and also the kind of
Right.
anxiety, depression. So once it is removed, we'll be able to get a clear mirror. So only in a clear mirror we can see our face.
Right.
Only in a very clear mirror we can see through
Right.
the, what to say, when we are driving and we can see a clear mirror, we can see the road, and we can have the driving go to the destination very faster mode. So the first part is going through the spiritual journey. You will be able to analyze in which part did you go wrong. So the only, because
Right.
in today's world, most of the people are going through a lot of anger issues, there are a lot of anxiety issues, and people are not able to analyze, because since they are not in the calm mode. So first thing, they should be in the calm
Right.
mode. So for them to be in the calm mode, they should be going into the spiritual journey. So once they reach this calm mode and they're very
Mm.
clear and they'll be able to analyze the kind of problems which they have in themselves, then we can find the kind of solutions. Because
Right.
only when we know what is the problem, when we know what is the kind of repair in the car, then we can repair the car. Only when we know what is the problem
Right.
within ourselves, we can just repair ourselves. And the last thing you're doing is the permanent solution for it. Maybe we can just fix it for an hour, maybe we can fix it for months. But the thing is that we should have a very permanent solution. So that's the thing. You are not
Right.
leaving any clients. You are not just leaving any clients going in the middle of the kind of spiritual coachings. You are just seeing them, analyzing them, completely taking away the kind of struggles which is holding them back. And once they arrive at the permanent solution, they will be able to come out of the kind of clutters which they have faced in life.
Right.
And this process actually made you to achieve this great national award. The thing is that each and
Thank
it,
you.
it's
Yes.
it's a great message from you to the society. It's a great message from Medha, Sarin, Chopra, ma'am, that being a coach, not only for a mental health coach, if you are being a teacher in any subject, if you are going to be a coach in any kind of departments, The person whom you're going to teach, you should teach them the entire lessons. Once you should actually leave
Right.
them only when they are actually fulfilled in the kind of lessons they have actually learned. So only when you do
Right.
this, you become a complete full 360 successful coach. That's a
Right.
great thing from you, ma'am. And also, I wanted to ask
Thank you.
you is, how do you actually, being a mental health coach, you are also an author, you have published more than 4 books, you're also being a mother for kids. So tell me actually, how do you actually find time to actually juggle between your law sessions, your kind of mental health coaching sessions? You should again write your books. So please tell us, how do you actually juggle all these kind of things by just having your daily normal life as a mother to your kid now?
Okay, first of all, I believe a lot in journaling. So a day before sleeping, I write, I plan my day, and if someone will say, "Ki this you have to do on the spot," I will not. I like work with my planned things. I write a lot. I write a lot in journal that what I have to do tomorrow. What are the permanent things? What are, if I'll not do, so it will my day will go through. So basically, I journal a lot. I write, like, for example, today is a midday, right? So while working, I'll write tomorrow what I have to continue, what I have to discontinue, and everything. So I'll plan accordingly. So in law, what projects I have to take today, what projects I have to work on today. If as a mother, where I at what time I will spend time with my child, and if he's sleeping, I'll plan my day accordingly. I'll plan my day according to my child and according to my all the journal what I have written. So basically, journaling is very important. It will reduce your stress. No matter what, how much you are doing, how much you're achieving, that you are doing 4 things: law, therapies, writing, or maybe anything. So if you're journaling, you're planning your day perfectly in a perfect manner, then you achieve ten things instead of 4.
That's not only for being a mother, but if you wanted to be successful in any kind of departments, the only thing you can do is plan your day ahead. Only when you
Right.
will be able to know about the kind of plannings you are going to do the very next day. Only when you will be able to schedule the kind of works what you are going to do the very next day, for the very next week, for the very next month, then you will be able to know. You can just figure it out at what time you will be able to make some kind of concentrations on your family work, at what time can you make some concentrations on your very professional work. So segregating your time is the very
See,
much.
See, with child, you cannot tell that by this time I'll do this, by this time I'll do this, by this time. So what I do is, I have like 6 things to do for today, for example. So I have to do 6 things before I sleep. That's all. There is no particular time or something. Maybe at that particular time your child needs you, right? Maybe at that particular time something else arises. So basically, another people also do journaling, but they write like at 8 p.m. I'll do this, at 9 p.m. I do this, at 10 p.m. I do this, 10 a.m. or 10 p.m., whatever, right? So what I do is I just write, I have to do this for the whole day, no matter how I will complete, maybe according to my child, maybe according to my another things or whatever it is, but I'll do that. So according to that, I journal. I don't fix my timings, because if you are doing 10 to 15 things in a day, so you cannot manage timings. Maybe, like, for example, I want to schedule an interview with you for today. Like, if I'll say that I'll talk to you at 12 to 30 p.m., maybe you're not free that time. So we have to do that according to another people, as well, right? So if you want to complete that particular thing, so if you want to do journaling, so don't do journaling with the timings at 10 a.m., 10:30, 10:40. You just write 5 things or 10 things you have to do on that particular day, and just complete that thing no matter what. So if you will think about timings and everything, now you will stuck. You will do like 5 things out of 10, not a whole 10. So this is how I work.
So also on the other hand, you're a lawyer, you have studied law. So tell me, ma'am, actually,
Right.
how do you actually get the kind of confidence when you're going into the court? Because you should have seen a lot of cases in your life. So tell me about your experience about being a lawyer, ma'am.
So basically, I'm not a litigation lawyer. I'm a corporate lawyer. I don't go to courts and everything. I do like collaboration with many companies to do their legal compliances or to their legal work. So I'm a corporate lawyer, not a litigation lawyer. So I don't go to courts basically.
Yeah, great, ma'am. So what is the difference between a litigation lawyer and a corporate lawyer, ma'am?
Litigation lawyer means they do go to court, and corporate lawyers also go to court. Basically, I'm a lawyer, company lawyer. We can say that I work for companies. I do their compliance work and I do their paperwork and everything. So the another lawyers, we can say there is a difference between advocate and lawyer. First of all, so advocate is go and look, fight a case, go for hearings and many things. They are advocates. And lawyer mean they work for the paperwork, they work for the compliances of another company. So there's a difference.
Yeah, that's great, ma'am. So, also on the other hand, speaking about your honors and recognitions, you have won Brain Trainer for 2023. You have been awarded Women Face of the Year, Highest Achiever of 2023. So, tell us about your kind of experiences which led you to achieve this kind of awards in your life, ma'am.
So yeah, we can say in 2023 only I have achieved a lot of things. Like I have written two books that were very successful. So I have started writing blogging. In the start only, like I got many views and reads, and people were approaching me, and I have enrolled myself in Pacto and many other platforms for the therapies. So even Pacto was appreciating the people, the higher committee of Pacto was appreciating that you have 100% positive results in therapies. So that's how I achieved a lot.
So again, I wanted to speak about the 100% success in the kind of therapies you do as an individual, ma'am. So actually, do you actually go and coach them as an individual face to face, or you're doing any kind of offline sessions by training a group of individuals, or is it like you do online sessions face to face? So tell us the kind of therapies, the kind of work that you're doing right now, ma'am.
I do both. I give sessions to schools and colleges and embassies as well. And in many events, people invite me to give lectures, and I give therapy individually as well. It online, offline, anywhere, anything.
So, being an individual, if a person wants to come to you and get the kind of mental coaching from you, so how can they contact you, ma'am?
To my email ID. I have given my email ID everywhere in Instagram, Practo, and everything. So through my email ID, and I have enrolled in Practo. Also, Practo is for doctors and therapists. That app, and Bark, BARK, that is also for therapists, and many more apps. And if individually, if he's not in all these apps, so they can connect me like through my email ID.
Okay, ma'am. So, tell us about your kind of future ventures. The what kind of aim do you have to do in the future regarding your professional work that will make your soul fulfilled, ma'am?
Like I really, if we talk about future first, I need to tell you about my present. I like sleep peacefully if I am healing someone. So in future, as I told you, that my vision was out of four, one should know that how we make our lives difficult. So in future, if I'll like discuss out of four, two or three should know that how we make our lives difficult. That's how that societal thoughts, depression, and anxiety will go down.
So also, if you are being given a chance, like either you should continue being a spiritual mental coach, or you can go and work as a corporate lawyer, what would you actually choose, ma'am? Would you choose spiritual coachings, or would you choose the law sessions, ma'am?
I can manage both, honestly, because I will not choose one of these. I can manage both, and I'm managing both till now with a child also. When I decided to follow both my passion and profession, I didn't have a child. Now I have a child, so I'm managing three of these things. So I can manage any of we can say hurdle or everything, but I'll not leave any of this.
Great. And also at the same time, what is your favorite? So being a spiritual mental coach or being a corporate lawyer, which you should tell only one. Which is your favorite thing, ma'am?
Favorite is, of course, I work out with mental health thing. That gives me peace.
Great, ma'am. So we should always kind of follow the work which actually gives us mental peace, because at the very end of our life, we will be actually thinking, okay, even we earn a lot of money by doing our job, we will be like, okay, we didn't have actually a very peaceful life. Only when we can have a peaceful life, we can be just little happy, because we can't be happy and peaceful at the same time. But if we can
Yeah.
have a very peaceful life, we can just achieve a little bit happiness in our life. Okay, ma'am. The very last question of this interview is, via this interview, if you wanted to tell any kind of message to the women entrepreneurs, to the working women, and also to the kids, to the working men, and also to the kind of old people in the world, what kind of message would you like to tell to the audience who are watching this interview right now, ma'am?
See, again, I'm saying I think third or fourth time life is simple. We only make it difficult. So if we talk about woman, child, or anything, if I am doing many things, I am managing many things, you also can do. There is nothing like I am special or you are not special or anything. So we have to manage our day. If like something is coming up to you, like for example, you can't do job, you can't do your business or anything. If something is coming up to you, you have to resolve that because there is only one life. Don't sleep with regret. Like for example, you have done nothing for today, you just have slept or made your meal or the simple household things, right? Then you will sleep, before sleeping you will regret that I have done anything today. These people are doing many things, or instead of overthinking, just plan your day, now plan your life. I've just planned my whole life, not planned my day. Like in lifetime, I have to achieve this. In this year, I have to this achieve this. Then we talk about month. In this month, I have to achieve this. Then I come to the particular day that in this day I have to achieve this out of the whole year. So you can also like plan your day according to you instead of sleeping with regret.
Yeah, that's a great thing, ma'am. So no need to sleep with every regret.
Yeah.
Actually, on the other hand, whenever you do go to sleep, the only thing you have to do is you should not go to your bed regretting about some things. You will also try to manifest your things, like whatever, like as you told, like if you're going to bed, you should plan for your next day. You should not only plan for your next day.
Right.
You should plan for your whole life. So whatever ambition,
Right.
whatever the kind of aim if you have in one's life, whatever the kind of things you wanted to do in this one's life, you can just think of that kind of things. Like I wanted to have a revenue in my journey, professional journey, or you can just think of something like I want to buy a lot of lands, you want to build a house, you want to go through a lot of
Right.
achievements. Before going to your bed, you can just think those kind of things instead of thinking about the kind
Right.
of uh, regretting over things. You can just think about, you can just make your mind to go in a very positive way, so that you can just plan your day and you can just go through a successful life. So once again, thank you,
Right. Right.
Medha, Sarin, Chopra, ma'am, to coming and attending this wonderful Women Today YouTube channel interview. So people who are watching this interview, please do subscribe to our channel. So if you have any kind of doubts, please do comment in the comment section. If you have any kind of doubts regarding mental health coachings, our Medha Sarin Chopra ma'am is here to help you out. I'll just mention her Instagram link in the YouTube description. You can just have a chat with her via the Instagram, via the email. I'll just provide both the details in the YouTube description. And please click on the bell icon so that you can receive notifications whenever I post new videos regarding new women entrepreneurs and also working women across different cities in India and also across the world. So once again, thank you, Medha Sarin Chopra ma'am, for allowing me to host this interview through this Women Today channel. And have a very nice day and wishing you all the best for your upcoming ventures in your life, ma'am.
Thank you so very much for inviting. Thanks a lot. Thank you so much. Good
Thank
luck
you,
for
ma'am.
you also.
Thank, thank,
Thank you.
thank you,
Thank you
thank
so
you
much.
for just giving me a lot of kind of blessings, ma'am. Thank you once again, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Have
Thank
a
you.
nice day. Okay, ma'am.